Hello, friends. Welcome you all again to Housekeeping and Hospitality. In today's topic, we'll be discussing on do's and don'ts in housekeeping operations. These do's and don'ts are very important to carry out the housekeeping department effectively and to run day-to-day operation. Hotel housekeeping department is one of the most important section of a hotel. The department is mainly responsible for cleaning and maintenance. Generally, housekeeping staff has to face a guest frequently. In order to provide better service, a housekeeping staff should maintain following guidelines to ensure the department smooth operation and less guest complaints and a balanced housekeeping department. So we'll discuss on do's of hotel housekeeping. What are the do's? What are the correct things? What are the correct practice you should do in day-to-day operation in housekeeping department? And these do's will definitely help the department to boost and to frame certain guidelines, certain positive attitudes towards guest requests. Perform your respective duties according to the hotel standards and policies. Follow instruction accordingly. Always deal with guests and colleagues in a professional, polite manner. Respond to the guest calls immediately or within shortest possible time. Answer to mobile or paging or requests effectively and take progressive action to attend guest requests. So these are the positive signs you have to apply. Always greet your guests and other associates with a smiling voice and natural tone. Greet your guests according to the time of the day, like good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sir, madam, if possible by using name also. It will be great. Report to your work 15 minutes prior to the take the duties of the next shift, so you can take the handover from the previous shift effectively. And always wear a uniform, maintaining proper grooming standards in the hotel premises. Your uniform should be crisp, clear and spotless. While serving, stand and walk straight and do not lean on walls or corners. It's a bad sign, bad manners in housekeeping, hospitality, and hotel industry. So always wear a uniform in maintaining proper grooming standards and should stand straight. Next, ensure proper cleanliness and hygiene in the hotel areas as well as in your working area. Keep your working equipment clean and tidy. After completion of your work, place them in the pantry area, respective area. It should go back. Take 30 minutes breaks of your meals. Make sure that you eat only at the cafeteria and the staff canteen, not in guest areas in other areas. That's a bad practice. Next, before reporting and after completing your duty, sign in and sign out properly in the attendance sheet. Ensure when going for meal breaks, remember to sign in and out in attendance sheet. So that's really tells your culture, your standard of housekeeping. So how you are disciplined in the housekeeping department, that will tell you, and these things you have to perform. So perform your duty only in the area assigned to you unless allowed by the supervisor. Whenever you find any difficulty or face any dispute, action or any discrepancy, report to your supervisor or assistant manager or manager housekeeping as early as possible to avoid any unpleasant situation to arise. So perform your duty only in the area assigned. Keep the TV or the radio off during the cleaning of the guest room, so you should not use any TV, any appliances. Remember, you are only allowed to use public telephone. Never use guest room's telephone for personal use, that may charge the guest undoubtedly. So make sure that all odd newspapers, magazines and guest items are orderly and properly arranged. Do not touch any guest article. While serving the room, vacuum the guest room daily. Use rags for cleaning the room rather than hotel towels, bath towel, hand towel or face towel. You will misuse it. So if you find any cash or valuable item in the room, report as the lost and found department. housekeeping immediately. Don't keep it in your trolley, in your pantry, in your service area. You should immediately hand over to housekeeping department or your floor supervisor. Ensure that all soiled linen or uniform are sent to the linen room for cleaning. Take care of all guests and guest belongings perfectly. Ensure all soiled linen or uniform are sent to the linen room for cleaning effectively daily without fail, and take care of all guests and guest belongings because you are the caretaker of your rooms. So the rooms are your baby. In the next topic, we'll discuss on don'ts of hotel housekeeping. So are the do nots. Don't do. Stop. What are the stops? What are the hurdles? What are the don'ts do of housekeeping department? You should not do. You should not try to do to avoid any emergency, to avoid any circumstances, bad circumstances for your department. So always remember, you are not permitted to sell hotel properties to guests under any circumstances. Never ask for any tip or suggestion from the guest. So you remember, this is hotel property, this is hotel item, all the property is belongs to hotel. You cannot sell a single pen, pencil, scribbling pad, towels, bath towel, hand towel, face towel, comb, anything to guests. So be honest and punctual towards your work. Keep restrain yourself from any sort of gambling or stealing in the hotel. This is very very bad for your future, for your career, and for the housekeeping department also. So you should be very honest, punctual towards your work, and keep restraint from gambling or any sort of stealing job in hotel industry. So hotel industry is very small, so you'll be caught. Next, do not smoke, drink or chew gums while serving or in the duty. Smoking is permitted only in the staff designated smoking zone. So only if you are a smoker, if you love to smoke, then you have to smoke only in the designated smoking zone, not in any guest area. That you have to remind, and you can educate your juniors also. So do not try to smoke. Do not engage in any unusual activities while on duty, such as moving legs, spitting or gum or desk, while the finger trips, or swing your keys, key cards, or play with your coins in your pocket. So all these activities generally any room attendant and supervisor do while working. So you restrain yourself from doing all such activities while you are on duty. So never lose your temper or patience in front of the guest. That's a basic and that's the most important thing. You have to cool calm. So do not keep your hand in the pocket while working. Remember, you are not permitted to read newspaper, book or magazine while performing your duty, or to sit on sofa or chairs or luggage rack or anywhere in the room. So it's your duty to be aware, to be punctual, to be alert. Next, report any situation to your supervisor that is harmful for the hotel. Never try to fix any electric problem without permission. Never put any guest property or guest belongings in the back of the house service area. So you have to take care of all this. Report any situation to your supervisor that is harmful for the, that's a half hazard things, you can't do it. So any hazard spotting you have to report to the security or the supervisor. Do not be absent in your duty without emergency situation or absolute cause, and inform your supervisor before taking any decision. So if you have any issue, if you have really a challenging in your life, in your duty, in your personal life, so you can take permission if you have any emergency. Prior permission is required very much in housekeeping hospitality industry. So permission is very very urgent, required. Next, do not be late to your work. Report to your supervisor regarding any delay. If you are having delay in traffic, in your room, in your personal life, so you can call the supervisor, you can inform that I am going to be late, but don't be late to your work. And do not use other lockers or drawers. Keep your stuff in your designated locker only. Do not try to use other lockers or keep your belongings in other area. Keep away all your personal affairs while on duty. Never brings them in your working area. If you have affairs, let's keep it outside the gate. Don't keep it inside, or don't do any such activities inside the hotel. Do not invite friends and family into any area of the hotel. Remember, you are not allowed to attend any sort of hotel amenities like restaurant, bar, public restrooms, etc. So do not bring food from the staff canteen. Never keep any food in your locker. Do not think hotel property as your own property, because this is belongs to only hotel management. Do not work or service in the hotel without your uniform. Do not work or service in the hotel without an uniform. Uniform should be there to identify which department you belongs to, and this is our duty to wear uniform at all times during our working hour. If the D&D sign is on, or if the room is double locked, do not disturb your guests. Do not put hot water or throw ice into the wash basin, as it may harmful for the water basin, because hot water may crack, and as like is very cold means that also can crack. And if the D&D sign is there, do not disturb the guest. Do not vacuum in front of the guest. Do not try to enter. Do not enter the hotel through guest entrance. Always use staff entrance in the hotel. Keep restrain yourself from the following actions, such as laughing, talking loudly with the colleagues, running or walking fast along with the guest corridor, whistling or singing on the duty, using of slang languages during working hours. So do not enter the hotel through guest entrance, and do not use also guest lift. Do not use guest room telephone for your personal calls. Even do not answer guest room telephone while servicing or cleaning the room. It may be for the guests. Do not use the guest lifts, toilets, or any guest amenities such as TV, minibar, radio. Avail the staff facilities only. What are the facilities given to you as a employee? Just avail all these facilities. Do not try to avail guest facilities. Never discuss with the guest about other guests or associates of the hotel. Never exchange your time card with other employee unless permitted by the supervisor. And do not keep lost and found items in the pantry or trolley. Never throw any lost and found items. If you are not aware of the lost and found item, you can check with your supervisor, your housekeeping desk. Do not throw any lost and found items. So never throw or put any soiled linen or uniform on top of the room attendants or room service trolley. Do not throw any soiled linen, uniform, top of the room attendants or room service trolley. Never allow any guest, strangers or contractors to enter any guest room without permission. Do not let guest room of the service area door open. It should be always closed. If guests are also coming and checking with you to enter, so take the card and check. Do not hand over your key to anyone else. Always remember you are responsible for the key issued to you. So check the key before and only hand it over to the housekeeping desk, not to anybody else. Never provide any stained or torn towels and bedsheet to guest room, and you are not allowed to keep any food or personal items or any item belonging to room service in the pantry. You cannot keep all these items. And so these are the do's and don'ts. Thank you very much for watching this. Please subscribe my channel and share the video. Thank you all again. Keep in touch. Thank you.